The xenobiology lecture hall fell silent as Professor Malik paused the holographic display. The massive creature frozen in mid-stride dominated the center of the room, 12 feet of rippling muscle, titanium-reinforced claws, and bioluminescent neural pathways that pulsed beneath translucent skin. Its 6 eyes, each the size of dinner plates, seemed to stare directly at the mixed assembly of human and alien cadets. The apex hunter of Kepler 442b, Professor Malik announced, his voice carrying the weight of someone who had lost colleagues to such creatures. Designation, Thanatos Rex. Average weight, 4 tons. Bite force, enough to crush a starship hull. Intelligence quotient, roughly equivalent to a human teenager, but with predatory instincts honed over millions of years of evolution. The hologram rotated slowly, displaying the creature's armored hide and the distinctive crest of bone spikes that crowned its elongated skull. Several students shifted uncomfortably in their seats. The Centaurian exchange students' chromatophores flickered nervously between blue and purple. These apex predators have been responsible for the loss of 3 colonial expeditions on Kepler 442b. They hunt in coordinated packs, use tools, and demonstrate problem-solving capabilities that have consistently outmatched our tactical algorithms. Malik gestured to the display. Standard protocol when encountering a Thanatos Rex is immediate evacuation to orbital stations. Under no circumstances should ground personnel attempt engagement. A hand shot up from the back row. Every head turned to see Cadet Rodriguez, the sole human representative from the recently contacted Earth colony of New Patagonia. Her dark eyes held an expression that several instructors had learned to recognize, the look of someone about to shatter carefully constructed assumptions. Yes, Cadet Rodriguez? Professor Malik's mandibles clicked with barely concealed irritation. The human had already disrupted 2 previous lectures with her peculiar insights about Earth creatures. Rodriguez stood, her slight frame dwarfed by the towering apex hunter hologram. With respect, Professor, I used to walk one of those to school every morning when I was 7. The lecture hall erupted. The Centaurian students' chromatophores flashed bright red. A vegan delegate's breathing apparatus wheezed in distress. Professor Malik's compound eyes dilated in what observers had learned indicated extreme skepticism. Cadet Rodriguez, Malik's voice carried a warning tone, the Thanatos Rex is classified as a Class X xenobiological threat. Your statement is not about that specific species, Rodriguez interrupted calmly. She pulled out her personal data pad and projected her own hologram. But something remarkably similar. We called him Rex. The new hologram materialized beside the Thanatos Rex. The resemblance was undeniable, the same powerful build, the same intelligent eyes, the same predatory grace. Yet this creature wore a simple collar and sat obediently beside a small human child with pigtails. Rex was my family's dog, Rodriguez continued as the room stared in stunned silence. German Shepherd mix. Weighed about 90 pounds. He walked me to the school transport every day, carried my backpack when I got tired, and once chased off a wild boar that wandered too close to our settlement. Professor Malik's mandibles worked soundlessly. You're suggesting domestication. I'm suggesting that intelligence and predatory capability don't automatically equal hostility, Rodriguez replied. On Earth, we've been selectively breeding apex predators for companionship for over 15,000 years. Wolves, big cats, even some reptilian species in the later colonies. She manipulated her datapad, and the hologram shifted to show historical footage, humans working alongside massive wolves, riding creatures that resembled smaller versions of the Thanatos Rex, children playing with animals that would have sent the colonial marines running for their lives. The key isn't avoiding them, Rodriguez said, addressing the room but watching Professor Malik's expression carefully. It's understanding them. Learning their social structures. Finding common ground. The silence stretched until Dr. Keating, the elderly human xenosociologist, began to chuckle. Then laugh outright. By the stars, he wheezed, she's absolutely right. We've been approaching this all wrong. Professor Malik stared at the dual holograms, the feared Thanatos Rex and the family pet that could have been its cousin. Slowly, his mandibles clicked in what his students recognized as deep thought. "Cadet Rodriguez," he said finally, "I believe you've just revolutionized our approach to xenobiological contact protocols." Rodriguez grinned, the expression distinctly predatory. "Just wait until I tell you about cats."